Hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. Welcome back. Got a little of a dilemma here. This is a question for all of my friends in Europe. And also, this is a question to all of my friends out there who are of European descent. Okay? Also, this is a question for anyone that is older than 40 years old. Here's the question. If you're from Europe, if you're of European descent, or you're over the age of 40, I'm going to ask you this question. Are the Bee Gees black? If you're one of those three groups and you heard that question, the question to you is obviously no. They're three white guys. They're from like England. Actually, they were born on the Isle of Man, which is a self-governing island that sits between Great Britain and Ireland. But that's not the point. The point is if you're older than 40 of European descent, or you are European, you know that the Bee Gees are not black. You know how many young people don't know that? You want to find out? Well, apparently, the Bee Gees have been pretty iconic, and not for the best reasons, let's be honest. We all know about the disco era with them and Barry Gibb's ridiculously high voice. In fact, all the Gibb brothers with their ridiculously high voices. And we've seen them in pop culture and whatever, and they've been in a lot of movies, and they've been in a lot of TV shows, but only their music, not their faces. For instance, the song Staying Alive is used in a ton of movies, and it's used in a ton of TV shows because it's the song. We all know the song Staying Alive. But there have been a couple of uses of the song in the last 5 to 6 years that have a lot of people wondering, are the Bee Gees white, or are they a African-American soul band? Soul group like the Jackson 5. And since nobody showed them, they just assume that guys with that much funk and those higher voices must be African American. When I heard that, I went, is this a scathing indictment of our education system? Because it must be, but I will show you. If you think I'm kidding, watch this.
It was a white man on the cover, but he must be like the guitarist or the drum player. But I know the lead singer's black. I know soul when I hear soul, bro.
Surprise! They ain't just white. They European white.
So here I am thinking the lead singer is some black guy with a large afro wearing spandex who knows how to dance that look like Michael Jackson. Instead, it's this dude coming here looking like Jesus.
Hallelujah.
With the long, flowy white hair. Like blonde hair.
It's actually brown.
Why have you lied to me, Black America?
I have no idea.
Black lives
you could ask the white guy. We would have told you, bro.
Lying to a black brother, telling me this is our culture. Well, I'm not gonna say it isn't our culture because we still listen to this. This white man cranked this joint, but I'm just in shock. I'm like in disbelief.
Not even American,
I don't
bro.
know what to say.
Y'all can't handle it, huh?
No!
Dude.
Yes.
This is them? This is our fucking roll bounce.
Y'all! I heard this off of Roll Bounce, and the whole time when they said the Bee Gees, I'm thinking the Bee Gees are
They
black. I mean, they white.
BG doesn't stand for black guy.
So,
Dude.
what the hell? Yes! I love it.
Bro.
I
Am
cannot
I
believe
tripping?
it.
Impressive, huh? You can't handle it. He's gonna lose his weave. Take a moment.
I had no clue.
You should have asked a white friend.
This song was in all the black movies.
Yeah.
This song was in all the brother movies. So I was tricked once again. Misled.
If you had a white friend, they would have told you. They would have warned you, bro.
I would miss all the work, dude.
So, this is a serious issue here, okay? But here's the thing. You have to understand that if you go back to the 70s, funk was huge. Disco funk was huge. And you had bands like, and even in the 80s, you had bands like New Edition and the Jackson 5. They were topping that soul out with them super high vocals. So yeah, I could see it. The Bee Gees were throwing that disco vibe, which to today's generation, a lot of that disco vibe that we grew up on, if you're an older person who grew up in the 70s, a lot of those disco grooves are being sampled in today's hip hop. And so sometimes people will use Staying Alive in some of their hip hop videos as a backing vocal or a backing loop. And if you don't know, and if it's a hip hop artist, you just assume that it's just a classic, soul, R&B, really high vocal African-American singer. Nope. Not even close. Bee Gees strike again. Just when you think the Bee Gees are out of it, they come back and jack with a whole nother generation of people. I love it. Oh, the Gibbs brothers. They're eternal. For all the worst reasons. Damn.